Okay. How do we feel about 40 ounces of ribeye? I'm not talking a little bit of ribeye. I'm talking about a tomahawk steak. This is extraordinary. Look at that beautiful tomahawk steak. Look at the bone. We're going to come back to a wider shot. Judy, can we come back a little wider? Just I want you to be able to see how long this bone is. That rib bone is enormous and imparting such great flavor. When you put this on the grill, you're going to want to wrap that bone so it doesn't burn on the grill, because you're going to sear this first on the grill. Then you can finish it in the oven. It's that thick. You get 2 of these, and each one is 40 ounces of steak. This is extraordinary. Rastelli has never brought a steak this big to QVC, and this is something you can serve for the holidays with honor and with pride. Now, Racina, I'm looking for a plate for you, my darling, because I have a little piece here. We're going to have to score a plate for Racina, because I have a great big piece of ribeye, but I have nothing to serve it on. I know you could.
Like a Flintstone.
She could eat it like a Flintstone, like a pot, like a meat sickle.
Yep.
Yeah, she could. Now, in this pack-up, you're getting 2 40-ounce tomahawks ribeyes. You're getting a packet of the Rastelli signature seasoning, and this is a one-time only value. This price is only good until the end of our show at 2:59 p.m. Eastern Time. I can let you know, since we've been mentioning this, already over 200 are gone. If you want this shipped immediately, I can ship it either now, 11/7 or 12/5. If you want it now, 6 dozen remain. If you want it in November, 1,300 to go around, and 1,300 in December. I'm cutting you some bite-sized pieces here, Rosina. Now, what I don't know is if we have an extra fork for you, so I'm going to take your plate. Oh, do we? Perfect. And what I'm going to do is hook my friend up with some delicious, delightful ribeye.
I have to tell you what it smells like in here is incredible.
Do you want some seasoning on yours?
Sure, please.
Okay. Well, yeah, actually, I'll let you serve it yourself.
Okay, here we go. Because it comes with the seasoning.
It does.
Also. So here we go.
So please enjoy.
Grazie. Thank you. We'll be right back.
And let's bring in Ray Rastelli, our own personal butcher, who's going to talk to us about the tomahawk ribeye, the king of all steaks, the big daddy. Hey, Ray Rastelli, I have been excited about this all week long. I got an email from your crew. My mouth was watering when I saw all the pictures. Talk to us about this huge steak.
It is incredible. David, I thought, we needed to bring a David-sized steak. And that's what this is. This is 40 ounces. You're seeing me slice this. First of all, every slice is just perfect. But 40 ounces is going to feed a lot of people, right? I mean, look at how beautiful and moist this is. And I'm going to give you the secret on how to cook a tomahawk the same way that you would get it if you went to a steakhouse. And if you even saw it on a steakhouse menu, because it's not an item that you really see on menus. You typically will only see it on a special sheet. But it is the ultimate in the showstopper. I mean, look at the size of this bone, right?
Oh.
I mean, now, I've covered mine in foil, David, and I'm going to explain to you why. But I just want to continue slicing as I'm talking, because I can slice for a while. And I'm going to lay this out. I want you to see just how much meat is on this ribeye. Now,
and as you do that, Ray, I'm going to eat because I'm about to fall over from weakness. This is straight protein. I have all this I want.
You can keep doing that, David. And everyone knows the ribeye is my favorite steak. But when you put it on the bone like this, on the tomahawk bone, I have to tell you, it's something so special. So, and this is what's nice, right? So I had the foil on the bone. Now, the reason I kept the foil on the bone, because when I present my steak on my platter, I don't want the bone to be black. I want the bone to be nice and light, and you can see the bone there. But I want you to see how much steak is here. This is enough steak for an entire family.
Oh, my word. Ray, each steak is 40 ounces of meat.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, this is not a small piece of meat.
No, this is going to feed a family. But this is just that presentation that's incredible. And it's Black Angus beef, David, did small family farms I've worked with for 45 years. Antibiotic-free, steroid-free, hormone-free beef. This beef has been humanely raised, sustainably raised. But these are just the finest cattle you'll find, because if you go to a great steakhouse, they want to make sure you get the very best steak. And this is not found in many. because there's not a whole lot of them, David. We only do it for the holidays.
And this is how it comes shipped. Look how huge
Yes.
this is. You get 2 of these. Each one is 40 ounces. This is the largest steak that Rastelli brings to QVC, the largest one they've ever brought us. And you've only got until the end of this show to get this price. I can tell you now that we are delivering immediately, November 7th and December 5th. If you want it immediately, I have 12 left that I can ship right now. 400 are already gone. Now, is this a steak you buy every day of the week? Probably not.
No.
Is this something you're buying for the holidays? Is something special because after 2, almost 3 years, you've got people coming in you haven't seen, and you want to treat them to something really, really spectacular? Now, Ray, I read the instructions in the email that your crew sent me that we want to wrap the bone so it doesn't burn on the grill. And we sear this first on the grill, but then we finish it in the oven, or we put it on a very low heat on a closed grill. Is that right?
That's right, David. And that's what I have here. Now, I did mine inside because I just wanted to do it on a skillet. So all I did was I take a very hot skillet. As you can see, I wrap the bone in foil. I take some oil, vegetable oil, spray it on both sides, and then that seasoning we're giving you, you just put some on top. Now, you sear 2 sides, 2 minutes on one side, flip it, 2 minutes on the other side. Now, here's what you do. You just, while you're doing that, preheat your oven to 325 degrees. And don't worry, because all the instructions comes with it, and it all is also is on QVC. So now my oven is at 325. 45 minutes later, watch what we get out of here. This goes into the oven.
Ray, you just keep talking. I'm going to keep eating.
Uh-huh. And look at what's come out of the oven, David.
Oh, my gracious.
This is a tomahawk. Look at the size of this tomahawk steak.
It's enormous. I'm going to hold
enormous.
this one up that hasn't been sliced yet, but is cooked. Look how big. This is one.
Yes, and look, this is what I love most about it. Every slice is going to be so incredibly tender and buttery. I mean, look at the juices that just come out of this. So instructions are really, really simple. Bake it in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Always use a thermometer, right? When you get to 145 degrees internal temperature, pull it out of the oven, let it rest, and you're going to get this perfect medium steak. If you want a little rare, a little less, a little more well done, a little bit more. But it is really a showstopper as a gift. It is that kind of gift that you give to somebody who really just has everything. You can't think of it. And David, though they come 2 in that package, they are individually vacuum packed in that package. So there's 2 in that package, but each one is individually vacuum packaged inside of there. So you don't have to cook them both at the same time.
So you just take out one at a time.
And leave the other one right in your freezer, and they're going to hold up for 12 months in your freezer. But it's an experience that you've never, ever had before that is something we always want to do around the holidays.
I mean, I've seen tomahawk steaks before with little tiny bones. And I thought to myself, well, that's a nice cut. That's fancy. I have never seen one this large. Never, ever have I seen something that is so impressive. And when you get together for a special anniversary meal, for a special holiday gathering, particularly with people that you haven't seen in quite some time, which is most of us, right? This is something so spectacular. When you say, oh, we're having steak for one of the meals tonight, and everyone's like, well, that's nice. I was like, no, you don't get it. We're having tomahawk steaks. Big as your head, Fred Flintstone tomahawk steaks is what we're having for dinner. And then they're like, well, what do you mean? You take them to the freezer, and then that's when they have to pick their jaw up off the kitchen floor because that's where it lands when they see the steak in the freezer. It is unbelievably delicious, everything about it. And this is all Black Angus. Is that right, Ray?
It is, David. And when you bite into this steak, you're going to taste the marbling that you get from a ribeye. It's incredibly buttery. It's full of flavor because we left the bone on, so we want that marrow that's actually around that bone to actually melt into that steak, and that's what you get when you bite into it. You have a great steak flavor, but the buttery flavor, it just melts in your mouth, and you'll realize why it is the most special steak.
Okay, I need to let you know now. Already 650 have been ordered in this show. The immediate ship has sold out completely. November 7th, 1,100 remain, but it's December that is going to sell out next. I have 900 remaining, but that, based on what is selling right now, December is going to go next. And I want you to think about room in your freezer because this is going to be big. So if it's going to be something you're going to serve closer to Christmas time, choose a December ship week, but don't wait on that December ship week. And to echo Ray's point from earlier, these are individually vacuum sealed. So if you want to cut just one of these out of the 2-pack and cook just one, the other one will stay sealed, which is perfect. Each one is 40 ounces. Ray has never brought a steak to us this large before. And Ray, I have to say, I don't remember when I've enjoyed a presentation more. This has been delightful, and I'm going to need one more piece of meat for the road. Wow.
And they just keep slicing and slicing and slicing. It goes a long way. 40 ounces are going to feed quite a few of you.
We have 1 hour and 38 minutes left at this price, and we can't duplicate this price for 6 months. And we'll be well past the holidays at that point. So, Ray Rastelli, thank you, sir, from ribeye lovers everywhere. We thank you for this unbelievable gift you've sent us today.
Thank you so much, David. Have a wonderful day.
Nice to have you back, buddy. Always the best to you and your family. Let's check in with Racina.